Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video in which we will look at coprimes. So two numbers A and B are said to be coprime if and only if their highest common factor is 1, or equivalently, they have no common factors other than 1. So you can't have just one number being coprime by itself. You have to have two numbers. So for example, 12 and 20, they are not coprime because their highest common factor is 4. But any two consecutive numbers like 12 and 13, they are coprime. These two numbers are coprime because their highest common factor is 1. So the idea of coprime is going to become very important when we start looking at modular arithmetic. So there is this function here, phi n, which is called Euler's totient function. It counts the number of integers between and including 1 and n that are coprime to n. So what does that mean? If you take phi of 6, for example, then the answer to this is the number of integers between including 1 and 6 that are coprime to 6. So that turns out to be 2. The only integers less than or equal to 6 that are coprime to 6 are 1 and 5. So that's why phi of 6 is 2. There are two integers less than 6 that are coprime to 6. Lucky we have a couple of rules here that will help us with larger numbers. So let's say I wanted to find phi of 187. I really don't want to go through all the integers from 1 to 186 to determine which is coprime to 187. So instead I'm going to use this rule here. So 187 actually turns out to be a semi-prime number. It's the product of two primes, 17 times 11. So phi of 187 is going to be phi of 17 times phi of 11. So phi of 17 is going to be 16 because 17 is prime, so all numbers less than 17 must be coprime. Otherwise, 17 wouldn't be prime. Similarly, phi of 11 is 10 because all the numbers, or the integers, 1 to 10 inclusive, are coprime to 11. So we can quickly figure out phi of 187 is 160. There are 160 numbers less than this that are coprime to 187. It turns out the only numbers less than this that are not coprime to 187 are precisely the multiples of 17 and the multiples of 11. So let's say I wanted to find phi of 81. Well, 81 isn't prime, it's actually not semi-prime. But remember, 81 is actually 3 to the power of 4. So we have another rule here to help us count how many numbers are coprime to 81. So here, P, the prime number, is 3 and K is 4. So phi of 3 to the power of 4 is 3 to the power of 4, which is 81, minus 3 to the power of 3, which is 27. So phi of 81 is 54. There are 54 numbers less than 81 that are coprime to 81. So because the only prime factor of 81 is 3, every number less than 81 will be coprime to 81 except precisely the multiples of 3. So that's where that formula comes from. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.